So, hi there, and welcome back to Create Finders. So, this is going to be an interesting video where I'm going to share with you the best of extensions for Visual Studio Code by Microsoft, and it's built over Electron.js. So all the extensions, whatever is available for us as a developer for a front end or back end, everything will be helpful for you. So I'm going to tell you most of the favorite and the helpful extensions which you need. No more thinking, no more problems. Just stick to this video, watch till the end, and you will have the entire exact setup for your development. Okay, so let's see what all extensions are ready in 3, 2, 1, go. So here, first of all, if you are into Angular world, you should definitely check this out. The number one extension, which is Angular language service. So this is going to be the first thing. If you are an Angular developer, you should need this extension. Now, if you're using an Angular 16 version, then you can consider Angular snippets, which is the Angular 16, which is by John Papa, and this have a download over 42 lakhs 70,470. Okay, now Angular Essentials is also by John Papa, which is also really cool if you want to do it. Now if you are very much into the linting category and if you use JavaScript, then the ES linting will be really good for you. This will help you to exactly know all the linting problems into your project. Now if you have a purchase system for the GitHub Copilot, so these two are really essential. So GitHub Copilot and the GitHub Copilot chat, these two will really help you. Now another thing which is powered by the Microsoft is really cool because it's JavaScript and TypeScript 90. This is really a good and an obvious and a must needed extension if you are into the TypeScript world. Now, for those who just deal with HTML and the CSS and a pure JavaScript world can totally rely on this live server where you don't need any node more or something to watch or just traverse to your browser. All of your code, whatever you develop, live server is here to help you. So definitely go and check this out. Another thing would be if you love setting up icons, then you can use the material icon theme, which is by Philip Gaff. This is also really good. Now, prettier, the code formatter is really good and you need it. Definitely you need it. Now, another extension, what I recommend is the file size, because as a developer, you should know whatever code you are typing, okay, whatever code you are typing, until what size does it contain. So this thing, file size by Matthias man is really required. So show the current file size in the status bar. So over here you will be able to check what is the current file size for your thing. Now the one now this is also a file size plus, but don't go for it. This is the highest download available, so you definitely go with this one. Now those who are into the SQLite world, so SQLite 3, that's the I think database, Oracle database. If you write let me just check quickly. Yeah, if you type Oracle, you will get this Oracle developer tool for VS Code, SQL, and PL SQL. So if you want to stick to the VS Code kind of thing and you want all the functionality of Oracle and connection and writing the SQL queries, so Oracle developer tool for VS Code is a must. You can use this and it will turn your VS Code into a SQL developer kind of situation where you can then utilize all the features. Now, another one who really love to use the connector, so Oracle NoSQL database connector is also really cool. If you want this, you can have this to your code itself, which is really, really good. Now, there is also Oracle SQL developer extension for your VS Code. So here, this helps you to connect all of your SQL developer extensions over here. Now, the one which I like the most is SQL Tools, where installing this extension will let you handle multiple databases with one extension. So definitely check this out. This is how it looks. Okay. And then once this thing is ready, if you are now into a React world, so you can just write the React. And the number one thing what you need is React ES7 plus, React Redux, React Native snippets. This is really cool. This one thing should be there. And another thing is simple React snippets. This is also really cool. This should also be there. Now, another thing is Redux. If you are using the Redux, okay, if you are into the Redux, then React Native, React and Redux snippets. This also contains a Redux snippet. This should also be there into your library. Okay. And now, next thing would be, let's say you are using a GitHub. So Git Lens should be installed to your system. This will help you to check out, okay, which team member or who write down that code, whatever you want to see. If you just focus on that code, you will be able to see the time and the name and the commit message, whatever was mentioned for that thing. So this thing should also be there. Another thing is if you write CSS3 over here. Okay. Uh, CSS3, I remember, yeah, this one. HTML, CSS, JavaScript snippets. So this will also help you. This should also be there. Another thing is, can I use, if you want to check the compatibility of anything, whatever you do. So you can do that as well. Okay. So this is the recommended things what we should use. Okay. There is another thing which is known as comments. If you write the comment word, then you will see better comments. This is also required because what it gives you a bunch of really cool status looking things, whatever comments you want to put, like some error message or some info or warning or success messages, all those are available in this. So pretty much it should be there if you want to survive into your code. Another thing what should be there, what should be there is something known as bookmark. So you can bookmark your code lines. Okay, so it's bookmark. So bookmark, sorry, this one 3.3 million, mark lines and jump to them. So you can bookmark to the code, it gets saved. Okay, you can see there is bookmark, and then you can just simply search for your bookmarks, whatever is there, and then you can go for it. Now the developers who use Python, so Python also have cool things. So number one would be Python by Microsoft. This thing should be there. Okay, it's really cool. Another thing is Python indent. So this is for indentation purpose. So this thing is also very much into it. You should have this if you want to deal with the better indentations. Okay. Now next thing would be for PHP. Those who are using PHP, there you can use a PHP debug, which is really important. It helps you to debug the PHP code. Then there is some extension pack. Whatever you require for the development, this will give you onboarded with that, all of those things. Okay, so this is also there. Okay, another thing what I really like is an Excel view. If you want to view any Excel file, that is also there. So this Excel viewer, this helps you to view all of the files of the Excel. So this gives you a demonstration as well, like, okay, if this is a file, how you can view this thing. So right away you can open those files over here. So this gives you a cool perspective of, okay, how you want to deal with those, all those things. So Excel view must watch. Okay. And another thing is, if you write Git. Now, Git graph is a must and a must thing, because when you are dealing with different branches, you want to check out, okay, when it was committed, which branch got merged into which. All of this will help you. Another thing is Git history. If you want to see all the history, like, okay, all the information, who did what, and all of those things, you can view the history of the particular file as well. Now, another is Git blame. So Git blame, what it does is it gives you some information for the currently selected line. So okay, all of those information will be available. So definitely you should check this out. And another last one would be Git ignore. Git ignore is also really cool. So this thing will also help you. Then there is also Git merger, which is really good. And code spaces is also one of the important things. So with this, all of these things, if you have in your development environment, it will be really cool and really helpful to you to manage different stuff. Okay. So this was pretty much it. But last but not the least would be for my Vue.js friends, whoever is working into the Vue.js, Vue syntax highlight, Vue 3 snippets, okay, and Vue.js snippets, not this one, but actually, yeah, this one, language feature, 6.6 million, what we have the download, okay. And those ever who worked with Flutter also have something where you can write the Flutter and Flutter, number one, Flutter widgets. And then we have one more thing, uh, yeah, uh, there was one more thing, Flutter commands, or there were one thing where it was, but definitely, if I remember, I will tell you all of those things as well. And last is Ionic. Those who are using Ionic should definitely have this official extension and Ionic snippets and Ionic extension pack and Ionic preview. These are the must things for your developer. So this was pretty much it regarding the extensions. If I find more helpful extensions, I will definitely share that with you. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Peace. This is Siddhartha Verma signing off.